Learning English to the level that I'm now took me around 3 years of practice. And I can say that I'm still learning, because there's a lot of times where I don't find like the specific words to express myself. There's a lot of times that people talk to me and I don't understand them. So this has been a really long process. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie and I've been living here in the US for about 3 years. So it's been a really long process of learning English, especially by myself, because I didn't pay like a specific tutor or someone to teach me English. In this video, I'm gonna be sharing my experience on how I learned English from a beginner level to the level that I'm now, that is C1 English. If you find it helpful, whatever that I share in this video, you can just copy me and try it by yourself. I started practicing English by myself when I was in my home country, Colombia. So I didn't start learning 3 years ago, but I started like when I was like 12 years old. That was the age that I started to feel like more interested for the English language and learning about how to, talk and express myself, because when I was in high school back in Colombia, we had like English required from elementary school to high school, but for some reason I didn't learn anything when I was back in Colombia. Like at school, I didn't remember have learned like something in there. It is like a lot of written material that you have to do, but you don't necessarily practice speaking with people or with friends around you. So I never really liked the class, but it was because I didn't understand anything from the class. I didn't understand my teacher. We never practiced speaking English, so it was like really complicated. Like, how do you expect me to understand English? I don't know. But then there was a time that my dad was talking to me and he said that English was really important. It can open you a lot of opportunities in life. You can travel, get to know more people, especially in foreign countries. Most people there speak English as a second language, so it would allow me to communicate with them more easily and all this. This is finally at 13, 14 years old that I started to feel like more interested to learn English by myself. And yes, feeling interested towards the language is really important, because that is gonna decide whether you spend time learning or you're just gonna forget about it. Interest and wanting to learn a specific language really plays a huge role when you start practicing the language. If you don't like it, if you don't want to try it, you're just gonna hate it and you're not gonna learn anything. So the first thing that I did, I remember I got my first notebook, and this was specifically to practice English. So in this, I remember that I was like writing super basic stuff like numbers, animals, colors, and days of the week. For some reason, it was like really confusing for me, the days of the week and their pronunciation. But after some struggle and practicing consistently, I memorized all of these things. Also the rules for the numbers, the days of the week, the months, all of this, most common animals. I had all of that in my notebook. This notebook was like specifically just to learn English, to write words in English, to memorize phrases, all of this. Also, I remember that Duolingo was a really it was the thing. Everyone was using Duolingo by that time, and still, of course, people still use Duolingo, but I personally don't use it because I feel like I'm not learning anything. But anyways, back then in 2021, I used Duolingo, and I was like all day trying to get my points, trying to like improve, because I thought that the more days that you spend on Duolingo, the more English you're gonna learn, but it's not like that. At least for me, I spent like 1 year practicing on Duolingo, and it was like really, really basic. It was like, I want to get coffee and tea. It is like always the same words. It's so repetitive. After spending that much time on Duolingo, I decided, no, I'm not gonna keep wasting my time, because it's literally really basic. I started to watch more content, especially on YouTube and Netflix. This is the first time that I decided to start watching content in English, TV shows from the US, from England, things like this. To be honest, I first started watching them in Spanish, but with subtitles in English. But then after reading some I think, research on learning languages, it is recommended that you watch the content on its original language and also with subtitles in English so that your brain can like concentrate better and get the information better, and you're not like confusing yourself like listening to a language and then reading the subtitles in another language. It can be really confusing for your brain because you're just listening to the people talking in English, but you're not necessarily understanding what they're saying because you're reading the subtitles in Spanish or another language. So I started watching content in English and also putting the subtitles in English. Even though I didn't understand anything at first, I understood like some basic things that they were saying, but that didn't matter. Like the goal was to learn English. And it is confirmed that even though you are not understanding everything at the beginning, over the time you are gonna understand it. So just be patient. Don't get frustrated if you don't understand everything at first because it's completely normal. Just repetition, listening to the same words, the same people, even if you don't understand. At some point, you are gonna understand them. So yeah, I was practicing English by myself in Colombia. I was watching content. I was reading also books about like basic English, things like this. Not too many complex things, but I was like actively learning English. So when I moved to the US with my family, this is finally when I started to practice English speaking and to hear real people speaking English. This is also when I started using HelloTalk to talk to native speakers every day. It helped me a lot because I used to be really shy speaking in person, so this made it feel easier and less intimidating. And the best part is you don't have to live in an English-speaking country to do this. You can connect with native speakers from anywhere and practice your target language in real conversations. If you want to improve your English or any language, you can check the link in my description below. I hit with reality because I thought that I could understand English a little bit and that I could speak English also a little bit, but I literally froze when I got here and it was like my turn to talk in real life. My family were like, every time that we had to talk, that we had to like approach a specific person and ask something, they wanted to send me to do it. The problem was that I am a very shy person. I don't like talking to people that I don't know, but I'm working on that problem. But I was really shy. Of course, I'm gonna be shy. Of course, I'm gonna be nervous. And it was my first time speaking English to a real native speaker. Like, it was crazy. So as soon as I got here, I also got a notebook in which I would learn specific words, keep learning words in English. I also was reading more books in English when I got here. When I was reading books, I could highlight the words that I didn't understand and then write it down on my notebook and then search the meaning later so that I could be like actively learning more words. I would say that I did the same things that I used to do back in Colombia, but what really like helped me to overall learn English and to practice it more was the pressure that now I'm in a country where English is spoken, so I literally need to learn it. Because, you know, in high school there were some classes where it was just English and I felt really like overwhelmed, and also I felt bad about myself because there were like people from Mexico and these girls who speak English and Spanish really well, and I was like there like feeling a little bit bad because my skills weren't like that perfect. But of course those were people who were born here with Spanish speaking families, so you know, of course they are gonna speak both languages. So this is what happened to me. I was forcing myself to interact with people. I was forcing myself to study English, even if I didn't want to be like studying English or reading content in English or watching content in English. But then I just got used to doing that. And they became like a part of me, like habits that I do because I just like them. My high school hours, I would spend time with people who also speak Spanish. I don't know, I feel like you also like express better with people, like connect better with people who speak your native language, and that's what happened to me. So during high school, I would have like my friends who speak Spanish, but then when I was at home, I like took time by myself to practice English because I know that it was important to get like in contact with the language. Also, I have worked on places that English was required, like for example, supervisors, my boss, people around me speaking English all the time. So it was like a requirement for me to be there. Of course, I would be like speaking with them in English, even though it was like pretty basic at the beginning. I improved a lot. So yeah, like of course practicing by yourself matter, but also the influence, having contact with other people who speak English is really important, because at the end of the day you're learning in order to have conversations with people. So conversations really play a huge role when you're learning. So yes, I graduated high school last year, 2025, during summer. So it was a really good experience being in high school here in the US. I am really grateful that I got to experience that. So yes, I graduated high school and now I'm in college. So also, another reason why English matters, it's because here in the US, college is mostly English. Basically, college is just English unless you are like in a class that you are like, what? If you're not learning English in college, all of your classes are gonna be in English, professors, assignments, everything. And at the beginning, I was really nervous and I was like, a little bit unconfident about my English and about my skills, because I don't know, like it was a new experience, something really, really new for me. And I don't know, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna understand classes, my teachers, my classmates, all of this. But then I already studied one semester. I'm in my second semester, and it's been cool. Until now, I am passing all my classes, so I'm doing perfect. And I'm overcoming my fear of thinking that my English is not the best, and just, doing what I can, because I can't be perfect. Okay, I think that's a good summary of my English speaking journey. All of those things that I mentioned before really, really helped me to get to the level where I'm now. Of course, it's gonna be a really long experience. It all depends on the time that you spend learning English, also your environment, people around you, also events of your life. For example, I moved to the US. Of course, that influenced a lot when it comes to my English skills. So it really depends of what happens in your life and the time that you spend studying. So if you're just starting to study English, if you consider yourself beginner or intermediate, do not feel bad about your skills. Do not feel that you are behind, because it is really that way. It is the only way that you can get to the next level. So keep learning, keep studying. It's the best thing that you can do for yourself. Also feel proud of yourself and keep going. Let me know in the comments below what have been your experience learning English. How many time have you been learning English? Because I know that some people have been learning for a lot of time. So let me know in the comments below. I'm gonna be reading your comments. I always read your comments. I'm always happy to know about you guys. So yes, thank you for listening. Thank you for being here, and I see you in the next video.